The leader of the USSR, Khrushchev, attended a summit between the Soviet Union and the United States of America, along with France and Britain, in Paris. It was hoped to be a meeting in which the USSR and the US would talk about peace, maybe ban nuclear weapon testing, and discuss the rapidly growing tensions in Berlin. The day before the summit, an American U-2 spy plane was shot down in Soviet Union territory, and its pilot Gary Powers was captured alive. The pilot was specifically ordered that if he was caught that he had to commit suicide, but that clearly didn't happen. When the Americans were asked if they sent the U-2 spy plane, they said no. Then the Soviets were like, yeah, okay, we have the pilot alive. And then the Americans were like, dang, wasn't that the guy that was supposed to commit suicide or something? The U-2 spy plane was able to travel 13 miles in the air and only able to be detected by radar. The spy plane flew so high that it was unreachable by normal jets and missiles. President Dwight D. Eisenhower used the spy plane in order to spy on Soviet nuclear missiles for 4 years. The US discovered that their technology in nuclear weapons and missiles were far advanced than the Soviets. However, the Soviets created a new missile that could reach up to as far up as the U-2 spy plane, and that is how it was shot down. The US denied that it was a spy plane and that it was a weather plane instead. But the Soviets found evidence from the pictures that the pilot had taken of the missile sites. This proved that the plane was used to spy on the Soviets and therefore was not just an ordinary weather plane. Khrushchev demanded an apology because Eisenhower was lying, and he banned any unauthorized planes flown by the US over the Soviet Union territory. Relationships between the two countries went downhill from there. Khrushchev walked out from the summit before it started, continued building nuclear weapons. Gary Powers was sentenced to 10 years in prison in the USSR, but was released early in 1962 in exchange for a Soviet spy named Rudolf Abel.